Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody got your coffee ready? Got your coffee ready? Ooh, I'm almost all the way through my first cup. I'm still waking up slow. How's everybody doing, man? It's a gloomy, rainy day here in Vegas, honestly. Gloomy, rainy, and nasty. Oh, well, I guess we need those days from time to time here. I don't like them, though. I don't like them. I don't like them. You can always tell somebody who's like a local, somebody who was born and raised in the desert because they love this shit. Like, yes, I love the rain. I love the clouds. And I'm like, I don't. You know, and I tell them every time. Every time I tell them, hey, go there to Middle America. Go over there to Middle America where it's nothing. It's nothing for it to get gloomy and cloudy and stay that way for 2 months. Boy, you don't understand what that'll do to your brain after a while. Whoo, whoo, it's depressing. Whoo, it's depressing. What's up, y'all? Man, y'all showed up quick. How y'all doing? What's good? We got Enchanted Cottage, Jackie, Mary, Anonymous, Lee, RTD2. What's up, y'all? Rochelle, is that how you say your name? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, man, it is so gloomy and so. Look here, I'll show you. Look, if I can. Can y'all see this? Whoops, I'm breaking shit. My bad. Look at that. Isn't that ugly? Ew, ew, I hate it. I just knocked a picture off my wall. Here's my workstation. I just knocked one of my pictures down. I got these two. I kicked my table accidentally. All right, let's put that back up there. Okay. Yeah, I hate this, dude. Ew, look at that. Can't stand it. Ooh, it's so ugly. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, I can't stand that. But everybody from here loves it. Everybody from here loves it. You know? And I'm like, no. I love the sunshine. But here also too, the sun can be kind of annoying out here because like depending, like if you're out driving, especially when the sun's going down, it seems like every road in Vegas is mapped out to where during the sunset, when you're driving, the sun is right in your face. And you can't flip your little visor down. It's just right in your face, like in your face, you know? And it's like, ugh. But I would rather have that than a gloomy, cloudy day. You know what I mean? Yep, it rained in Vegas. It rained. It does that from time to time, honestly. It does that from time to time. And I'm trying to think which year it was. Was it this past year or the year before? Well, we got a shitload of storms. We got like this period of a week, 2 weeks where it stormed like crazy. But the storms out here are so weird, dude. I'm getting used to it now, but it blew my mind. And I think we talked about this in chats before, but the lightning is quiet. The lightning is quiet. Like I've even seen, like I remember we were driving home one time and it probably wasn't even maybe 2, 3, 4 miles away. This big bolt of lightning went, whew. No sound. No sound. Dude, over there on the East Coast, holy shit. That would have broke the windows in your house. Boom! Like it's so loud over there and it's quiet here. If you don't see the lightning, you don't even know it's storming. You don't even know. And if you could be laying in your house with all the windows shut, you would have no idea that it's storming out there. And the sky is just lighting up with the brightest, whitest flashes of lightning, and it doesn't make any noise. Every once in a blue moon, you'll hear a little thunder rumble off in the distance, and that's it. You know, weather is weird out here. It's weird. But yeah, it does rain from time to time. It does rain. Vegas drivers are fucking stupid, dude. I'm telling you right now. This is the dumbest driving fucking city I've ever lived in my life. The stupidest. I mean, as far as when it rains, I mean, they're just Vegas drivers are stupid in general. Just in general. Like I've never seen so many stupid ass like NASCAR driver. And I think it's because everybody's drunk. That's the only thing that I've concluded over the we've been here almost 2 years now. And I've just concluded I think it's because everybody's drunk. That's the only thing I can think. Because the alcohol laws here are really weird. They're really weird, because it's fucking Vegas, dude. It's just a big party, especially downtown. It's just a party that with no beginning and no ending. Just a big party. It's constantly a continuous party, And I think it's just because there's so many drunk drivers out there. That's why everybody drives so goddamn stupid, dude. Like NASCAR driving crazy, batshit crazy, stupid. Like it'll teach you some patience. I'm still working on it. Because when I was younger, I'm talking about like in my teens and early 20s, I used to have road rage. Like I used to be one of those drivers that would get real impatient and real mad. And then when I had my kids and I got used to driving with two babies in the back seat, I calmed down. I calmed down a lot. I started driving like an old grandpa, when I was in my mid 20s, late 20s, whatever. And now that I've been living and driving here in Vegas, it has awakened my road rage because they're so fucking stupid. Drivers are so stupid here. And it's been teaching me patience. I've been doing a lot of inner work on my patience while driving, because it's nothing, man. You try to make it, you just try to go from here to the strip. You will get, if you're not patient, you will get pissed off at least 5 times. Like, I don't care who you are, man. Drivers are stupid here, man. So I've been doing lots of inner work, like, woosah, don't let it affect me. Don't let it, woosah, don't worry about it, It's crazy, man. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, what's up, y'all? Merry Christmas Eve to you too. Yeah, I'm not saying that Vegas is the only place with dumb drivers. Of all the cities that I've lived in, this has to be the worst. This has to be the worst, the dumbest driving city. You know what I mean? And it's just, everywhere you go, there's going to be idiots. But to consistently run across that many, and not only that, but here, dude, I don't know what the problem is here in Vegas, but they're constantly working on the roads everywhere. Every fucking where. There's cones. Cones up. And half the time they're not even working on the fucking road. They just put cones up and jam traffic up for no reason. Like no reason. There'll just be all these cones up. I mean, I'm talking like right outside my neighborhood. Everywhere you go, they're constantly digging up the roads, And like I said, half the time they're not even working on the fucking roads. They just set cones up and jam traffic up. Nothing be going on. And then it'll sit that way for a month. Then they'll pick the cones up, move them down the street. Swear to God, I swear. Pick the cones up, move them down the street. And it's, oh yeah. I don't know, man. So if you move to Vegas, just watch out for the roads and the drivers, man. Anyway, though. Yeah. They're never working on it. Are you from Vegas? Or you been to Vegas, Chris? Yeah. That's like sometimes, every now and then, it's like half the time, 50-50. Sometimes they're working on something, sometimes they're not. Sometimes there's just cones sitting up there with no crews, none of the pavement's been dug up. No, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. There's just cones jamming up traffic for no reason. Stupid, dude. Stupid. I have no idea. Why. No idea. But anyway. Oh, it's probably dead out there today. Yesterday, the couple of times that I went out, it was dead. Now that's weird. That's weird to see here. Because it's crowded here, dude. It's crowded. This is a very crowded city. So when you go out to drive somewhere and there's not a car on the road, it makes you kind of wonder, what happened? What the fuck happened? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, they're the Vegas state flower too. The fucking cones. Yeah, I feel you. Maybe it's not just Vegas then. I don't know. I just started noticing it when we moved here. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what y'all up to? How y'all doing? Now I'm getting fired up. Now I'm getting fired up. Bitching and complaining. Got to do a little bitching and complaining. We got to balance these energies today. Got to balance these energies. Got me a bunch of personal readings I got to do. I'll probably do that as soon as I hop off here. We got family coming over. Leah's family's coming over, and they'll be here like this evening. So I want to cram out as much work as I possibly can. You know, I want to cram out as much work as I can. Get as much done on my main YouTube channel. Get as many personal readings. Had a big ever since I started January. I had a big old wave of them come in. So anyway. Anyway, what y'all up to? Any good plans for Christmas? Any good plans? I'm so glad we ain't going nowhere. I was just looking through my Facebook memories and I forgot we went to Hollywood 2 years ago. We went to Hollywood. We were there. That's because we went to California to visit her family. We were bored. We didn't have anything to do. She's like, "You want to go to Hollywood?" I was like, "I guess." Ugh. Ugh. It was cool to just be able to say that I went there, but that was a nasty, nasty vibe in that place. Oh, it was a gross vibe. Any of y'all ever been? Y'all ever been? I wouldn't want to go back. I don't know how to explain it, dude. I don't know how to explain it. On Christmas Eve, 2019, matter of fact, we went to Hollywood, and it was just the lowest vibe, nasty. Ugh. None of these big cities out here. I don't like them, man. You know, we want to move. I want to move somewhere. I tell you what. See, okay, because you all know we're coming up in April. Our lease is up. We still don't know what we're going to do yet. We are still batting around and tossing around so many different ideas, batting around and tossing them around. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know if we're going to extend the lease another year. That's kind of what I want to do. We keep having so many different mixed feelings and mixed emotions about what we want to do. But now that we got the wedding is going to cost like 20 grand. So we're thinking, okay, well, let's not buy a house then. Let's not buy a house if we're going to do the wedding. So I don't know if we're going to stay here or if we're going to move. But if we move, I don't know why she's been tossing up Utah. She's been tossing up moving to Utah. I don't know why, but I want to go somewhere that's kind of in the middle, like, because this right here is like desert. No fucking nature, you know? I want to kind of go somewhere that has a little mix, Still some nature, some trees and some grass, but some beautiful big old mountains at the same time, and you get to experience all 4 seasons. You don't really get to do that here. You don't really get to, kind of, sort of. It's cold out there right now. It's cold, but you don't really get to experience the seasons, I miss fall on the East Coast. I've been saying for the past couple of years that we've lived out here, I wish we could just for one fall, just go rent I don't know, a cabin or something like that out on the East Coast. Go rent a cabin in upstate New York or something like that, just to stay for the fall. Because I love the vibes in the air for fall. And you don't really, it's just not the same out here. It's not the same. Not really. Not really. All the trees out here. There's a couple of trees in our neighborhood that turned orange and the leaves fell off, a couple of them, but the vast majority of the trees stay green all year round. The vast majority of them, you don't get to see the color change and all that shit, And it's chilly out there. Don't get it twisted. It's chilly. It's cold. But if you just look out the window, you can't tell what season it is. If you just look out the window, you know what I mean? You can't tell that it's wintertime. Look. I know I just showed you, but look, you can't tell what season it is. Ooh, there's a big old rainbow. Check that out. Isn't that sweet? I didn't even know that. There's a big old badass rainbow. But look, you can't tell what season it is. Does that look like wintertime to you? That does not look like wintertime. Not really. See what I'm saying? That is so cool. There's that rainbow right there. I didn't even notice that. It goes all the way across. That's badass. That's badass. Anywho, oh, I can't see that from here. Well, kinda. That's neat. Anyway, that kind of distracted me. I was trying to make a point, and I was like, "Oh, damn, there's a big old rainbow." Anyway, though, do what? Do a trip. Oh, you want to go to Canada? Oh man. Oh boy. Well, that okay. So I am kind of thankful that I do like wintertime in Vegas. I do. So that's the part that I'm kind of scared of. I know I just said I want to experience all four seasons, but wintertime, up north, whew, ooh, I don't want to experience like Maine winters. Holy shit. Holy shit. And that's probably how it is in Canada too. The main border's Canada. Holy shit. You don't need to, there's some places that you live that you wonder, I wonder if it's going to snow this year. Like where I grew up. That was a question. You never really knew if it was going to snow in the winter. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. Up here on the northeast coast, it's going to snow. Ain't no question. No question. No question. It's going to snow all winter long. And they plow the snow. And there will be big 15, 20-foot banks of snow. I mean, bro. And then, dude, I'm telling you, in Maine, it got down to like -40. -40. Oh my God. That was, ooh, I didn't even know that frigid frigid temperatures like that existed. I didn't even know. Snowmobile, that'd be cool. That'd be neato. That would be neato. That'd be neato. I've never ridden one of those. I would do it though. I would do it. One thing that we still haven't done out here is gone ATV riding in the desert. Still haven't done that out here. Still got to do that. That's one of our things on the list of shit to do. That doesn't really sound that fun to me though. Is why I haven't really been pushing for it. Didn't really. I mean, I'll do it. But it doesn't. I'm not in a hurry to do that. I would have. Man, you know what? Because it seems like when I lived up there in Maine, they were all into all the winter sports. Skiing was huge up there. Skiing and snowboarding. But I worked all the time. I didn't have time to fucking do anything. I worked at that car wash. I worked at that car wash. Didn't have time to do shit. Didn't have time to do nothing. I worked like 10, 11-hour days. No time to do shit. So my days off were just spent resting and recovering from the work days. I remember being trapped in that good old cycle. You spend 10, 11 hours working every day, and then your off days, you just want to lay around and not do nothing. And then when I really started getting serious about manifesting self-employment, then I spent my off days just building my business, build my little businesses, my little affiliate marketing businesses. I didn't have time to do nothing, but I talked about it, but I was scared of skiing. That scared me. It kind of scared me, Sounds fun, but I don't know. That scared me a little bit. Freaked me out a little bit. Yeah, we've thought about moving near the water. Thought about it, maybe. Thought about it. I don't know. We went to Florida this past May. We went to Florida and visited my mom, and it was pretty cool. We debated like, okay, are we gonna love it or hate it, or are we gonna want to move here? And then we were like, no, I don't want to move here. Actually, right now though, I tell you what, it'd be about the best place in the United States to live right now. If you know what I'm saying. But no, I don't know. After a while, here's the fucked up thing, dude. After a while, the world gets so small. It gets so small and tiny. I miss those days back before I started traveling. I miss those days when it seemed like there was this big world out there, I miss those days. When it seemed like the world was so big And I very first uprooted and left the Louisville, Southern Indiana area. And I very first hit the road and started traveling. I was amazed, because I hadn't really been anywhere since I was a little kid. And when you're a little kid, it doesn't really mean much. But as an adult, and I get up and hit the road and start traveling, I was amazed. I was like, whoa, all these different places. And I miss that feeling because now it's nothing special, to go to a new place, new city, nothing special. It's pretty much everything just feels the same, There is nothing different, nothing special about it. I kind of miss that feeling. Kind of miss that feeling. Kind of miss it a little bit. Yep, everybody's having a blessed day. Everybody, how y'all doing? Oh, what's been on your mind? What's been on your mind? Anything interesting? Not me. Just get these holidays out of the way. Let's get 2022 started, man. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Hey, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how much progress I make on my fitness. Because I'm finally at that point where my progress is really rolling, finally, fucking Christ, finally. I'm at that place where my progress is really rolling forward. I'm really putting on muscle and shredding fat, and that progress is like moving. Oh, and it took forever to get that ball rolling, consistently. It took a while. So now, man, but next year, this time, next Christmas, man, I'm gonna be a shredded beast. Watch. Just so I can say I did. That's it. Just so I can say I did. That's what my life has been a series of for the past 5 years. Well, I'm going to experience this just to say that I experienced it. Whatever end of the spectrum I'm on right now, I want to experience the opposite. Whatever end of the spectrum. Okay, so I've experienced being unhealthy and out of shape. And I've been pretty much unhealthy and out of shape my whole adult life. I want to experience the opposite. I want to be in the best shape, the best health I've ever been in. I want to experience that. I want to be in the best shape I've ever been in. I've experienced living below the poverty line and struggling and being homeless and all that shit. I've experienced that. I've lived in that long enough. I want to experience the opposite. I want to experience both ends of every spectrum. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's my biggest thing right now. Career and finance kind of took a back seat for me. And it's not that I don't care about it. I'm not saying that. It's just that I don't know how to explain it. After a certain point, it's not that it's not important. It's just I'm letting it evolve on its own. I'm letting my career and my finances, I'm letting that evolve on its own. And I'm not really worried about that. Whatever doorways want to open, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. However much it wants to grow, I'm just letting it do that on its own. I really don't care about it. The only thing I really care about is my fitness. That's what I'm constantly thinking about and worrying about all the time. I put forth my work and my effort on my career and on my business and whatnot, but that's not at the front of my priority list. It's not. That's going to do what it's going to do and however it wants to do it. That's in the back seat right now. My career is in the back seat. My number one priority is fitness. But I'm scared. Like I was telling Coach Drew, I'm nervous and scared because I know it's probably going to be next year sometime. Next summer, next fall sometime. I'm going to be at the very, very tip top of my first fitness mountain. Okay. The very, very tip top. And I already know what that's going to feel like. I'm going to be like, I've arrived. Now what? What's the next mountain? What's the next goal? What do I want to do next? And I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that feeling. I'm a little bit nervous and I'm a little bit scared of that feeling. I'm going to be shredded down to like 10% body fat, have more muscle than I've ever had in my life. And I'm going to be like, sweet, I'm here now. Now what? Now what? What's next? What do I do now? Go run a marathon, you know, or what? What's next? What's the next goal? What's the next journey? What's the next mountain I'm going to climb? I'm scared. I'm scared of success, honestly. I'm scared of it. It's a little bit scary, dude. It's a little bit scary. Once you start getting on that success path in any area, any aspect in life, once you start getting on that success path, you'll start to get kind of, I don't want to say scared of it, but just that goal, you kind of get to the point, and Coach Drew actually made this reference. He said it's kind of like when you're reading a book and you're getting down to like the last 10 pages. And you're like, fuck, it's almost over. You know, I don't really want this book to be over. That's how the success journey is. When you see you're getting closer and closer and closer to your goal, it's like, well, shit, damn it. This journey's almost over. Fuck. And once I get that goal, then what? Now what? Now what? You know? So I'm a little bit worried about that, a little bit nervous. But I do honestly feel like I'm probably going to run a marathon before I'm 40. Either that or maybe when I'm in my 40s. I feel like I'm going to be running a marathon. You know? And I really, here's another funny feeling that I've had that I'll go ahead and share with y'all. I don't know if I've shared this with y'all before. I think I've kept it to myself. I don't remember. But I have this funny, strange, weird feeling that in the next 10 years, my career is going to strongly have something to do with fitness. I don't know how. And if anybody's watching me that has ever known me, like really known me, like known me really, you would know that that is so out of the realm of me. That is not me at all. You know, to think that, first of all, that I would ever even be into fitness. That's one thing that's left a lot of people who really know me completely speechless. Like, are you fucking kidding me? He's doing what? You know, but to even think, and I'm not trying to make that happen. So it's not a goal. I just have this funny feeling that that's what's going to happen somehow, some way. I don't know how. But I have this funny feeling somehow, some way, shape, form, or fashion, my career is going to have something to do with fitness. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know. No, it's not. I mean, it's not the success in and of itself that you enjoy. It's the journey. It's the journey. That's what you'll understand. That's what you'll see that. The funnest part of success is the journey to accomplishing your goals. Because once you hit that goal, it's nothing. Once you hit that goal, you realize I didn't want the fucking goal. I didn't want the fucking goal. The goal wasn't even the goal. As weird as that sounds. You'll see. I promise you. Is there anybody watching right now and that can comment and vouch for this? Anybody. You'll see that. I promise you. Get on a fitness path, or not a fitness, but a success path. Get on a success path and stay on it. You will see it's not the goal that you want. The goal, or accomplishing the goal, is the manifestation of you consistently staying on the path. The path, the journey is what gets addictive, not the goal. You'll see that, dude. It's weird. It's a mind fuck. It's a mind fuck. And you hear people like me, because I heard like motivational speakers and whatnot. They would say this all the time, and I never believed it. And I have a real strong feeling that a lot of you probably don't believe me, and that's fine. I understand, because I didn't believe it either. I didn't believe it either. I didn't believe it either. I was like, man, whatever. Quit with all that cliche bullshit, man. Whenever I get that goal, watch how happy I am. No, absolutely not. It's true. There's a reason that that's so cliche, and it's because it's true. Yep. Yep. You'll see. You don't want to sit stagnant. You don't want to sit stagnant, because you know what you'll end up doing? For those of you who have been stagnant for the last 5 or 10 years, and I'm talking specifically to those of you who want to make a change in life, you've been stagnant in the same routine for the last 5 years or so. When you accomplish that first goal that you set for yourself, you'll feel just like you do now. You'll feel stagnant all over again. It'll feel no different than you felt before you even hopped on the pad. And I think we all do it. I think most of us do it. Those of us who have that mentality that it's the goal that I want. It's the goal that's the goal. The goal is not the goal. As weird as that sounds, man. You'll do it. And I did that. I climbed at the top of my first mountain and I was like, yeah, park me out a lawn chair and I'm just going to sit here at the top of the mountain. I started going nuts. This is not what I thought it would be. This isn't what I want to do. Sitting stagnant and being comfortable is not what I want. And I went nuts. I lost my mind for a little bit, So I had to say, now what? You know what I mean? You'll see. I promise you, you'll see. Trust me, you're going to have to take my word for it. Are you into yoga? Man, I got to try that. That's one of those things that you hear people talk about it. And I just haven't bought into that yet. I haven't bought into it. There's a part of me that knows. See, because right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you where I'm at with it. I can't fathom for the life of me what kind of benefits that would have just by looking at it. And I have this other voice in my head telling me, yeah, wait till you try it. And then you're going to eat your words. So I'm having that battle going on in my head. So I think that's going to be one of those things that I'll probably put off doing for a long time. And then when I finally try it, I'll be like, dude, I get it now, I don't know though. It's something that maybe when I really start getting really used to fitness, maybe I'll step off onto a yoga path. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, okay. Back injury. Man, I tell you what though. One of the we've talked about this before, but one of my next things that I've been playing with, but I'm not good at it yet. I'm not an expert, so don't be asking me questions like I know what I'm talking about. I'm just now still playing with this. It's self-healing. Healing myself. That's the next big thing that I've really been experimenting with and playing with. And I've gotten little things, little teeny weeny little things. But as far as big injuries like that, I got this one here on my collarbone. This right here is one of my injuries I don't think I've told you all this story yet. I got a bad shoulder, a bad collarbone. When I was 19 years old, I was almost killed in a drunk driving accident. I was in a Nissan 300ZX that flipped down a hill. I don't remember it. I was hanging out with my buddies. The last thing I remember, I was drinking a fifth of Jaeger. Jägermeister. We were all getting drunk, partying, hanging out, having fun like we always do. The next thing I know, I'm being carried. I'm looking up at the sky and I hear click, click. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking around. I'm looking straight up at the sky. I didn't know I was laying on a gurney. And I get slid into the back of this ambulance. And I didn't even know where I was. I was like, what is this? And I'm surrounded by all these paramedics and whatnot. And they're asking me questions. Do you know what day of the week it is? Yeah. Do you know who the president of the United States is? What's your full name? You know what your birthday is? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're wiping me. They got these towels, they're wiping me and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they said, you were just in a really bad accident. I was like, what? What? They said, you were in a really bad accident, a really bad car accident, and I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? And I look around me and they got all these blood-soaked towels laying around me, and I look down, I'm covered in blood and mud. I'm like, what the fuck? It was the most bizarre thing that ever happened to me in my life. But anyway, something in the car, they said it was the seatbelt. I had this big gash right here that snapped my collarbone and severed the nerves that come down from my neck. It's called your brachial plexus. You got these nerves that come down from your neck and they go through, this way and then down into your other arm. And it severed those nerves. you know, and my collarbone was snapped in two. So this arm was like fucking paralyzed for 3 months. I couldn't move it. Couldn't move it. I had no use. And they said, we can do some surgery and try to reconnect those nerves, but there's a 50-50 chance you will lose all function of your arm for the rest of your life. Or we could just leave it and let it heal. I said, fuck it, leave it. I'm not taking that chance. Leave it. So my collarbone healed back together like this. It healed back together, overlapped. And the nerves in my brachial plexus are all tangled in, they're tangled in, you know, the bone healed up over top of those nerves, and they're all tangled in there. So I have mobility issues with this arm, like really badly, really badly. You can still kind of see right there where it pops out a little bit. So this arm has been giving me serious fucking issues since I was 19 years old. Like I said, it was in a sling and I wasn't able to move it for like 3 months. And then all the muscles atrophied. I still can't feel the first layer of skin up here. It's all numb. There's a lot of numbness here. So it's been giving me a lot of troubles in my fitness, a lot of troubles, a lot of struggles, especially when I'm bench pressing. When I'm bench pressing, I only get to, he'll put like, I don't know, 100 pounds on the bench press, and I'll get to like 8 reps, and then this arm starts twisting. This arm starts acting all funky and fucked up. So we've had to really be working extra on this arm, doing extra shoulder presses and whatnot to really, really try to build this muscle back up. And yeah, so self-healing. I've been working on focusing because for my entire adult life, I've been using this arm as an excuse. I've been using this arm as an excuse to like not do things, or like, here's another weird habit that I have. I've always kind of been a little bit ambidextrous, you know, but definitely, especially when I lost the use of my right arm, I started doing lots of things with my left hand. I put my wallet in my left pocket. You know, there's a lot of things like like when I was working cleaning airplanes, you know, and like I said, I had to scrub the planes with a big long mop. I would do it with this arm. I've overcompensated and started doing pretty much anything that involves anything heavy. I started doing it with my left arm because this right arm was all fucked up, you know? So that's been another big challenge in my fitness, you know, is no longer making excuses for this arm and just really pushing this arm to build it back up so that everything is all even. I don't even know if you can still kind of tell because we've been working on it. Yeah, you can still kind of tell. If you look real close, you can see that it's a bit uneven. You can still see that I need to build the muscle up a little bit more, but there's severed nerves too. That's the thing. Nerves are completely fucking severed. So there are some parts of this shoulder and this arm right here that building this arm up has been a challenge. It's been a challenge. So anyway, I kind of forgot where I was going with that, but anyway. Oh, you a lefty in Enchanted Cottage? Yeah. There's this weird thing. Me and my brother both. Well, my brother writes with his left hand. Me and him are like mirror image opposites when it comes to that. He writes with his left hand and does like everything else with his right hand. And I'm the opposite. I write with my right hand and do everything else with my left hand, you know? It's weird, strange. But anyway, you know, when I was like 12, 13, I trained myself to write with my left hand for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. I started, and it got to the point when I was younger where I wrote with my left hand for like 2 years, just for the hell of it, just to train myself to do it, just to see if I could. And then it became habit. It became routine, writing with my left hand. It did. I forgot all about that until just now. Yeah, I've always been interested in playing with my own brain. I've been interested in playing with my own brain for pretty much my whole life. But anyway. Anywho, Enchanted Cottage got a fan base in here. There you go. How's your channel growth doing, Enchanted Cottage? Doing good? I knew you would, man. I knew your channel would grow. I already knew. From that very first tarot card reading you sent me, you know, I think you had like, what? Did you have any subscribers at all when you sent me that first video? I knew your channel would do good. I knew it would. It'll get there. Just stay consistent and and keep consistently putting out as much content as possible, and just make your number one priority helping people. You know, that's what I did. That's what I did. My number one priority, if when I put, I like, there's some YouTubers out there that they like, okay, so if you're a career YouTuber, I don't know where you're at with it, but if you're a career YouTuber, meaning YouTube is your whole livelihood is what you do on YouTube. There's some YouTubers out there that they'll just put up random bullshit videos just to get their paycheck up to what they wanted. I won't do that. I will not do that. I refuse to do that. Period. I will not do that. I will not do that. If I have a day where I'm just fucking groggy and like, I'm like, man, if I sit and flip cards, I'm gonna suck. I won't do it. I will not do it. I will not go live. I will not go on camera. Period. The only time is when, like, I know that I'm in, you know, I got a lot of energy, and whenever I go on camera, my number one goal is to be able to say at least one thing. I don't care if I just say one thing that somebody takes and runs that through their head all day, every day, and it changes their life. You know, that's my goal. That's my goal. At least for me. Do that, and the universe will bring you everybody that needs to hear what you have to say. You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're full time? Cool. Right on. Right on. That's badass. That's cool, man. That's cool. Has it gotten frustrating yet? Has it gotten frustrating yet? I don't know. Maybe you're a Gemini, right? Maybe you're a lot more flexible and adaptable. Maybe you're more flexible and adaptable. It took me a while to adapt to it. I didn't like it at first. I ain't gonna lie. Because it took me by surprise, probably. It took me by surprise. I had no idea. Like I was telling y'all, I didn't even think it was possible for me to be a YouTube partner because I got kicked out of the program 10 years ago. I had one monetized video and they shut my account down for some bull. I don't even remember what it was for. Invalid clicks or something. I don't even remember, but they disabled my account and everybody was telling me, yup, if AdSense kicks you out, good luck. They'll never let you back in. So I already had this preconceived idea that I will never, ever, ever be able to be a career YouTuber. Like that was on my list of things that, oh well, too late. That's a no-go, you know? So that's how much it surprised me when it first happened. That's how much it surprised me. That's how much it surprised me. Yeah, she's good. She's good. She's a natural at it. She's a natural at it. But that's how much it surprised me when it first happened to me. You know, I didn't expect it. I was looking, I had the picture in my mind, the picture painted in my mind, because I had spent so much time building my businesses there for about a year and a half, living up there in Maine. Every moment of spare time that I had, I spent obsessively building my little online businesses. And then after a while, they all just pretty much crashed. And I said, all right, fuck it then. All right, universe, you see what I want. You see what I want. You bring it to me when you think the time is right. And I just said, fuck it. And I released it and let it go and just went back to the car wash and said, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to wash cars then. All right, cool. So then I started getting bored. I was like, man, I need something to do on my days off. So I started doing YouTube videos, you know, and it was fun. It gave me something to do on my days off. It was fun. And, yeah, so I had this picture painted in my mind that, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put these little tarot card readings on YouTube and that'll give me something to do on my days off. And I painted this picture in my mind of just doing it for fun. Just doing it for fun. Not even for money. Not for money, for fun. Just for the hell of it. Just something to do. And I remember thinking to myself, hopefully that would be cool if I could get up to like 50,000 subscribers. But that would take, oh shit, that'd probably take me 3 years. Oh well. We'll do it. Maybe hopefully in 2 or 3 years, I could be between 50 and 100,000 subscribers. You know, I thought it was going to be something that would take a long time. So it hit me way too fast. And I was like, what the fuck? And when my channel blew up, I could hear the universe right in my ear. All right, here's that business you wanted. I could hear it right in my ear. And I didn't want to do that. I've told some of you have heard this. But yeah, I did not. I was like, no. Not this. This isn't what I want to do for a business. This is stupid. I didn't want to do it, dude. I didn't want to do it. I was just doing it for fun. I was doing it for fun as a hobby. I wanted to be a network marketer or an affiliate marketer, or you know what I mean? Like one of those super affiliates, freelance digital marketing. That's what I wanted to do. We talked about this in another chat, but that's what I really wanted to do. You know, that's what I really wanted to do. I just was going to read the little tarot cards as something fun. And then the universe was right there in my ear going, "No, here's your business." I was like, "No, not this." Yup. You wanted that business. Here it is. No, I didn't want. Oh man, I hated that at first. I hated it. I was like, this is so stupid. This is embarrassing. I don't fit in here. I don't fit into these tarot card readers on YouTube. I'm nothing like them. Nobody. No, I didn't. I was depressed for a little bit. I went into a depression because I didn't want to do it. I swear, man, I didn't want to do it. And knowing how energy behaves, and this is the thing too, it was a mind fuck because I knew what was happening energetically. I knew what was happening because I was running from it. I was running from it. So the universe is playful, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, the universe is handing you everything that you need so that you can keep doing it. So if I was running from this career, I had to have something chase me, you know? And I knew that was happening too. It was a total mind fuck. And I refused to do personal readings for the first, 6 months? Probably 6 months. And then that just chased me and tackled me to the ground. And I couldn't avoid that. You know what I mean? I ended up, universe lined everything up perfectly so that I ended up being in a pinch, needing money. And I had to. And then that's just when that ball started rolling. And yeah, it's like universe is like this. I got you right where I need you, motherfucker. You know, it's funny. But yeah, that is cool that you turned it into a full time in Shannon Cottage. That's cool. That's neato. That's neato. I always like hearing it when people do that. You know, we need to get more people on board. We need to get more people on board manifesting. Need to get more people on board. I still see it though. I still see it. I still see it. You know, you all know, you just gotta be willing to walk a different path. Be willing to walk a different path and let the universe do it for you. You be willing to let the universe do it for you. So anyway, gathering some plans. What? Well, yeah, you want to make sure. Okay, how am I going to word this? You can only plan so much. You can only plan so much, but the universe is going to take care of the rest for you. You don't want to try to overplan. And I have noticed, I take mental notes, and I have noticed that people with a really heavy earth influence struggle with this the most. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn struggle with this the most, me included, having a very heavy Virgo influence. You don't want to overplan. You don't want to overplan. Okay, because you have to understand that part of you that plans, there's that part of your brain that makes plans is your ego analytical thinking brain. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to understand what the ego is capable of and what it's not capable of. The ego is nothing but a record of past experiences. Okay. So it can't plan every step that it takes to create something that it has never experienced before. That's the biggest thing about the ego. The ego wants to figure out how to make the whole thing happen, and it can't. It can't. Okay, because that is a B-type manifestation. A B-type manifestation is completely unlike anything you've ever experienced before. You can only plan so much. I'm not saying don't plan nothing. I'm not saying don't do nothing. Okay, you definitely pick the path, start walking that path, and start planning as much as you possibly can. But just know for a fact that it's going to come to you when you least expect it, from the person that you would least expect, in a way that you would least expect. This is how the whole thing works. It's the only way that it can work. It's the only way that it can work. The universe does the majority of the work for you. learning how to develop that relationship with the universe, doing just enough and letting the universe do the rest of the work is the hard part. That's the tricky part, especially those of us with a heavy earth influence who want to plan the whole thing out. But yeah, so there's some of you right now, I guarantee you, there's some of you right now that are going to pick a path, start walking it, and then sometime next year, your success is going to pop off and it's going to be totally fucking weird. You're going to be like, whoa, I never expected it to happen this way. Watch. Yep. But still do everything, still plan it out to the best that you can, and at least try. You have to make some kind of plan and you have to try to do it. Okay. But what that's doing, when you do that, when you make that plan, like I want to plan to be self-employed. And I'm sharing with you my own experience too. I didn't make this up. I was taught and I was coached the exact same way. Okay. And it turned out to be true. So I'm gonna teach you the same things that I was taught. Yep. Like what I did. I said, I'm gonna start an online business. And that's what I did. I was making minimum wage, and every extra dollar that didn't go to bills and food and rent, I spent on investing in that business, buying some website software or paying somebody for a training course or whatever, and you make that plan and you start doing it. What that is that's a knock on the door. That's a knock on the door. The universe sees what you want. The universe knows what you're doing and why you're doing it, but you have to take action first before the universe can react. Before the universe can say, oh, okay, I see what you want. Okay, go this way. Do this thing. Talk to this person. The universe will start bringing you the things that you need after you make that plan and start walking the path. It'll just be weird, unexpected things. Just keep your radar on. Keep your radar on the whole time you're on the path, the whole time you're planning things out and building your business or whatever it is that you're doing. Just constantly be on the lookout, because the most important things that happen to you will be completely unexpected. They'll be completely from out of left field, a person that you would never expect. The minute you take it off your mind, say you're cruising down the road and finally you've been building your business for 3 months and you've been obsessing over it for 3 months. Finally, one day your brain gives itself a break, and you're cruising down the road and then you go to the gas station. Oh man, I need to get gas. For the first time in 3 months, I'm not even thinking about my fucking business. And then I walk into the gas station to get some gas and I bump into somebody and we end up striking up a conversation and we get to talking about business and they tell me that one thing that I needed to know. See what I'm saying? Or they end up providing me, they sell something that I end up buying from them that'll help my business. It's going to come at real weird, unexpected times and unexpected places. Just constantly be vigilant and keep your radar. Don't obsess over it. But just know that if you're planning it, the planning will only go so far. It'll only go so far. I hope I explained that right. I'll think about a better way to explain that. Anyway, though, y'all, it is about time for me to get out of here. About that time. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening to me run my mouth. Hope y'all have a good holiday. Oh, man, it's nasty and rainy here in Vegas. Oh, well, we're probably just going to be sitting around the house, not doing much. It's a good thing I got a treadmill here at the house because I can still get my run in, still get me a workout in. But I got some personal readings to do. I got about 3 of those, and I want to get as much done on my main channel as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll see y'all sometime later on doing some kind of general reading. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.